Hello, life skills students. Sister Colton here with another great week. We are starting lesson 3, and this one is lifelong learning. So we have been going for 3 weeks now, and so starting with the assignments that are due this week, any late work will get points deducted. So now that we've had a feel for the course and we've understood the timeline, if you have any assignments that are late, they'll lose 10% of the total score for each day that they're late. So if it's 2 days late, it will be 20% deducted from the score you otherwise would have received if it were on time. Let me know though if it gets to be past 5 days, that gets to be only half the points, 50% gets deducted. So anything beyond that, I like to work one-on-one with you and have you communicate with me if it's going to be more than 5 days late. So this week, I love this topic. This is something I feel very passionate about. Actually, I'm in Young Women's, and the last lesson that we had was on knowledge and how gaining the most knowledge is critical so that we can, it talked about how it's required for godliness. And so because it's what we can take with us after this life, it's important that we get the most knowledge that we can, and that includes both secular and spiritual. Learning about the gospel and its principles, as well as just regular content, which you will receive throughout your college career. So I just wanted to read this quote by Elder Eyring. And I love how he says, most people stop learning out of fear. They're afraid they cannot learn. And I think a lot of us might be in this situation. Starting pathway can be scary. I know a lot of you expressed that you're scared and nervous. And so I want you to remember that you need never have that fear if you are faithful. If we can have that faith, then we won't have fear. Your formal schooling may be interrupted for some reason, but I want you to know with absolute certainty that you can learn whatever God would have you learn. So I know learning a new language, learning English is hard, and even learning some of the content that goes along with it. But I know that you can learn whatever God wants you to learn. Great learners believe that, and they have the attitude that they can learn. So I hope you all have that attitude. I know a lot of you, I'm just so amazed and inspired by your examples of wanting to learn and working so hard each day to learn. You know a lot more than I do. I don't know 2 languages, so I always look up to those that have that skill. This week looks a lot like last week, just some reminders if you're having a hard time with your peer assignments. So if you'll come in here and see that you should start your, let's see, where is it, sorry. You submit your listening and speaking log and make sure that you're having those discussions and having your speaking partner appointment and your peer discussion appointment so that that's happening each week, and contact me if it's not or if you're having problems with that. The last thing I want to talk to you today about is feedback in your English. And so I know that writing is the hardest skill to come and with a new language. Listening is a receptive skill that you're taking in, and so a lot of you are probably pretty good at understanding what someone is saying to you in English. Producing, putting out, is harder, just like writing is, because that's another production. You're producing something. So I just want to talk to you about tenses. I think that's, besides capitalization, starting every sentence with a capital and ending it with a period or exclamation point or question mark. Also, catching those spelling errors. If you watched last week's video where I show you the importance of using Word to catch those spelling mistakes. The next thing I want to talk to you is tenses. That's another thing, just knowing that how to change a verb. If it's something that's already happened, it's in the past, or if it's happening right now, or if it's going to happen in the future, tomorrow, or later today. So I want to show you just this chart. I'm going to go ahead and hide for a second so that you can see this. Just want to show you if the verb is to walk, and we'll start with just simple. There are so many different variations of tenses. We're going to do simple for this week. Just the basic walk. If present means it's happening right now. I will walk to the store. Okay, so I am going to walk to the store. That's happening right now. Past, yesterday, I walked to the store. You see how we added an ed at the end? So there's walk, walked. If it's something that's going to happen tomorrow, I will walk to the store. So we add that will and we keep that base word walk, just like we did here, but will walk. Same thing with cook. I will cook dinner right now. That's happening in the present, right now. I cooked dinner last night. That already happened in the past. Added that ed. I will cook dinner next Sunday for my family. That's something that's going to happen in the future. So I hope this is making some sense. So if you can just look at this chart, feel free to take a screenshot of it if that's helpful to have. The next one I want to show you, there are irregular verbs. Do you see this little star asterisk? Irregular verbs are weird. So it's where the word gets totally changed. See these? You all just added an ed. Well, sometimes you totally change the word from sleep to slept. And I don't know, I'm sorry that happens, but it's what happens in the English language. So I am going to sleep right now. If I'm talking about last night I slept for 8 hours. It already happened in the past. Instead of ed, it's a t. Same thing with eat to ate. I will eat a strawberry right now. I ate a strawberry for breakfast. So it already happened. So see how you change it from eat to ate. We don't do like these where we add an ed, or it would be eated, and that's not a word. Or just this stays the same. I will eat a big breakfast tomorrow morning so I can have a day full of energy. So I hope this is helpful. I think the tenses are an area that I've noticed, another common area that's difficult to catch on to, and we're getting some errors. And so I'll keep working on that, keep sending back that feedback from your vocabulary quizzes, and I'll turn my camera on now, and I will try to be as helpful as I can there. And those activities that you're doing each week, those 5 different activities, will also help and add some variety. So don't do the same activity twice. I think it's helpful to do as many of the different ones as we can, so you'll get good at listening, speaking, different chances, either through music or through talks, through television. So keep working hard, and remember, just like Elder Eyring said, we need to have that attitude that we can learn, and great learners believe that they can learn, and I believe in each of you. So I'm grateful for all of you and everything I learn from you each week. So give me an email if you have any questions, and we will talk with you next week. Bye.